Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Socially Distant Podcast, episode 53. Thank you for tuning in once again for joining us. I am back. I have risen again after the Breaking Bad Into the Dark part 2 or 3, whatever it is now. But I'm here for a fire podcast. I got my boys with me, Dylan and Trent. Before we say hello to them, let's get into our sponsors. We got a new sponsor this week. We're going to start off with that one nice and fresh. Shout out to our friend, Hannah. How do you say her last name? Is it Deutsch?
I always say Deutsch.
Hannah Deutsch, our boy Jackson Egan's girlfriend. She gave us a fire new logo, hand-drawn. She's a great little artist, doing some things over there. Check out her Instagram handle, https://hrdphotography. Also, you can check that out on her website. Same link there. Shout out to our boy Jake Lugan over at Interesting Investing on YouTube, as well as Cartoon Clothing. There's no .co. I always mess that up. It's just Cartoon Clothing. And then, of course, once again, Big Sugar is over there on recoverx.com. Use code Big Sugar at checkout, 50% off your orders. Boom, 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 boom. Dylan, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. I just wanted to continue Hannah's little shout out. She drew the photo for the YouTube video, so if you're listening to the audio, you should listen to the YouTube video too, because nobody fucking watches those.
Because it's fire.
It's true.
Actually, we get decent views on those videos sometimes. There are people who watch the video, but watch the video. It's gonna be cooler now.
I think
Until I get lazy, like I usually do, and cut things out and make it simple.
Well, we may have some technical difficulties early on here.
No, I'm right here, boys. I'm right here.
Okay.
Good.
We're
Don't
good.
worry.
Just a little frozen screen action.
No, you're fine. I just pull this shit down for a second. But you're good. You're good to go.
Alrighty, what's going on over there, Trent?
Fucking nothing much, man. Just chilling right now. Fucking sore as a bitch, actually. Did a little run today with Wayne, and I am fucking tired. Yes.
Went for a run, eh?
Yeah, man. Fucking did a little running. It was pretty terrible. I can't confirm, but
I can't confirm.
I need it for sure. So.
How far'd you go?
So to 39 and back to my house is 2 miles. So 2 miles.
That's a good little start.
It's a good little start. We gonna go a little farther next time, maybe.
Good.
But yeah, man.
I missed the podcast, obviously, last week. To the boys and the fans, apologies. Shit's been crazy. We started the new job out here in the Buffalo, out here in Amherst, over at Catalyst Maple. Come and check me out. They put me on their Instagram the other day.
I saw that. That was pretty cool, too. Honestly. Yeah. That made me feel like you were in a much better job right away.
Exactly. Yeah. They post me on their Instagram. My fitness manager, she's really on top of her shit. So she's really good with everything. And the general manager, he's always we should make regular posts. And she was like, "Oh, Brad," she's like, "You're a new trainer." She's like, "Let's get your face out there." My face with my mask that covers half of it. She's like, "Oh, let's get your face out there." She's like, "What's one of your favorite muscle groups to work?" And I was like, "My back." And she's like, "Okay." She's like, "Give me 3 back exercises that you do all the time." She's like, "We're going to record you doing them, and then we're going to post them, and then they'll be like, oh, check out Trainer Brad doing his 3 staple back exercises that he does during his back days. Check it out or give these a try." And it was really cool. It's already got over 100 likes and shit, so it's cool. It's a cool feeling. It was definitely exciting.
That was dope to see. Dope to see. I clicked on it immediately and I was watching it. One, dude, you're hyper focused on your fucking technique and form. It's
yeah, buddy.
Cool to watch, bro. You're it's the same every time perfectly. When you're fucking pulling on that shit. And I can see how that definitely be helping with your back because I don't know, you were just fucking.
You gotta be in the zone.
Man. And Catalyst cares, man. Crunch don't care. Catalyst cares.
Catalyst cares.
Put it on a t-shirt.
That should be the title of this podcast.
Title of the podcast. Catalyst cares. Crunch don't.
Really? It goes to show you the drastic differences between small business and a corporation. Yeah. I mean, like,
yep.
Just in like,
no, that's literally it. I mean, like, granted, Catalyst has like 7 locations, but it's like one husband and wife that own them all, and then like that's how it is. You know, it's like it's a privately owned company. Like they make the decisions.
That's how you know it's a good company is when they're still small and they have multiple locations.
Exactly. No, it's been really great though. Like it's really nice because like when you have like over at like Crunch, when we had like kickoffs over here, they call them like NMOs. They call them new member orientations, but basically like the same thing. It's just like that first like free trial session just to see if like personal training is something they want. Like I get $10 per NMO. I don't get anything for kickoffs at Crunch. And then I was telling you guys, I still make minimum wage. I could do like I did over there, but it's really nice. As far as like how like the commission goes for the sessions, my fitness manager was telling me today, she was like, I told you the wrong thing yesterday. She's like, that's how it was the old way. She's like, this is the new way they're doing it now. And it's basically like on the computer, I'll be clocked in as like they call it like a fitness activator, whoever like works the counter. That's what your title is. So like when I'm at the counter, I'll be a fitness activator. And then when I go into the back to go and train somebody, or like when a client comes in, I'll just go and clock in under like basically like a different title. And then that way, like I'll get paid for my hourly, or I'm sorry, I won't be getting paid for like my hourly at the counter. I'll be getting like the trainer wage. And then, but that's based off the half an hour. So as a trainer there, for every half an hour session, I make $12. So like in a day, like tomorrow, I have like one NMO, and then like it's gonna be nice because I'll get like basically like $6.25 for the half an hour I work at the counter, and then I'll make $12 for the half an hour I'm with the client. So for that hour, I make $18.25.
Damn.
And then like if that gets like, and then like I said, if that gets like filled up more and more, then like it's really nice because then like it could get to the point to where like if I go and work like an 8-hour day, and for 6 of those consecutive hours I'm just training people, instead of making the $12.50, I'll make $24 an hour.
Yeah.
So like that's how it picks up.
The more clients you get, the more your money multiplies for damn sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I have a shit ton of clients now, and the money I'm making now versus where I started is drastically different.
Exactly. No, it's nice. That's why I'm excited. Don't worry, I didn't freeze.
You're Gucci.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's good to hear it's already fucking, like, completely different. Well, I mean, you knew that going in, but, like, just no more dudes on Nintendo Switches and fucking...
No.
Just, like...
Oh, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're ready to work. You're not ready to fucking not be at the gym, not working. Like, I don't know.
No, literally, that's what I'm saying, dude. And it was so shitty. It was I don't know, it was just like so annoying because like here it's like, oh yeah, like you want to work, we need people to work. Like you can work and then you're going to train people and then you're work and you're going to train people. Over at Crunch, it's like, if you're not training people, we don't want you to work. Like, yeah. Okay.
What the fuck?
And there's just no help from like anybody, just with like how they like do it. For one, like the crowd that you get in Catalyst on a day-to-day basis compared to Crunch, it's like so much more. So like it's like ridiculous. And then like so that's like a big factor too, but it's just like the mentality over there. It's just like how they like work as like a team. Like the counter people are like trained to like when they sign up new members, they're trained to like ensure that they get these people to sign up for like new member orientations. They're like they make sure that like, oh yeah, we got a lot of great trainers here, like when are you available, like, and then they make sure they get it scheduled. And like then it really helps too because I'm at the counter most of the time, so when a new member comes in, if I'm not the one signing them up, I'm literally in earshot. So as soon as they get to that point, I step over and I introduce myself. I'm like, hi, I'm Brad, I'm one of the trainers here, I'd love to schedule that NMO with you. And then like from there it's just a matter if they like me, and they're gonna like me, so then it's just riding the gravy train.
Gravy train. Something cool happened today. One of the first people I ever reached out to, actually I think he was the first agent that I ever reached out to, finally booked a shoot with me.
Really?
which was pretty cool. Because I looked at our last message and it was like January. I was like, hell yeah, full circle.
That's
and
awesome.
I kept my word, because back then I was doing free shoots. I was like, all right, I'll do he wanted drone photos and actual photos. I was like, all right, I'll do the actual photos for free, because I said that I would. So I saved him like $200.
Did you? That's awesome.
So how does that work? If like, does Windows still like recommend that you just do the first pictures free to gain clients?
I mean, it's a suggestion. You don't have to do it. Like, I wish I wouldn't have done it, because I ended up getting paid shoots anyways before the free ones I booked even happened. So I was already doing paid houses, and then all of a sudden I had like a wall of free shoots that got booked like in January. It's also it got a lot busier now, because it's actually like the busy season. So like I think that's why all those free shoots took so long to get there, because I was talking to people in like January.
Have you had any more shoots from the people you did a free shoot for?
100%.
So yeah, dude, that's you're booming.
Every single one of the people I did a free shoot has multiple. I can see them on my schedule right now. Multiple of them have like 2 on there, so it worked.
It's awesome.
Oh, dude,
really?
Fuck yeah, man! The strategy worked. Fucking
yeah. I also, like, when I do those free shoots, I try to sell them on something else, even if it's like fucking something small, like room measurements, because then at least that pays for gas. And I'll take that all day.
Oh, yeah, I mean, even if you can, like, do that a little bit. I didn't even know you could do that, but... Yeah, no. A little bit you can get. I mean, you gotta make a living.
Yeah, we pretty much... I mean, at the end of the day, we could fully complete, like, a listing. Like, we do, like, property descriptions and room measurements and floor plans and
do they pay you salaries, or do they pay you a wage based off of, like, what gets done?
It's commission on, like, each service or whatever.
Oh, so, like, even if you don't... Only commission? Oh, damn.
I don't get paid for, like, any of the Facebook shit I do. No. I have no hourly pay or anything.
That's kind of shitty.
But that's fine with me.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I make enough money that it outweighs.
Does it really? That's good.
Like, not getting paid during those hours.
Good.
That's the fucking shit.
Yeah, there's days where I make, like, $300, $400. So that right there pays for. Jeez. Like, today was one of those days. So that pays for any other day I don't have a shoot.
100%. What's your commission rate on, like, the fucking photos?
It's usually, because it gets split between me, the editor, and, like, the company. Obviously, the company has to make money to pay people. And I think I get close, usually it depends on the service, usually, like, close to 50% of, like, what we're charging people.
That's fucking mint, dude.
So if it's, like, a $200 shoot, usually I get, like, around $100.
Pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
That's really good.
I'll take that all day. I really enjoy my company. They're all very nice, and they pay me well, so I respect them.
Yeah, dude, that's why I'm enjoying Catalyst so far. Like, I'm just getting into it, and, like, I'm already thinking about, like, the ways to make money, especially because, like, here at Catalyst, too, like, with, like, the sessions, is they allow you to stack clients into one session. Like, and they reward you for doing it. So, like, let's say I get, like, a group of, like, I was explaining to my mom yesterday, like, let's say I get, like, a group of ladies that, like, all work together. Let's say they're all teachers at a school or, like, something like that. And they all want to come in and they want to train with me for an hour. Like, because I'm making the trainer pay and not, like, the hourly desk pay, we'll go and do that hour of training, and I make $12 for each of them that are in there. So for that 1 hour, I'll make $36. So, like, you can, like, stack it like that.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. Because then it's just like, okay.
You gotta start teaching classes.
I know, dude. Oh my gosh. I should talk to Kaylin and see, like, because a lot of people, I feel like, would go for it then, because, and it's really beneficial to them too. And that's why I just love how Catalyst does their shit, like, already.
Yeah.
Because they only have, like, one rate as far as, like, package wise. Like, there's no, like, different levels. It's either, like, you go 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and that's it. But all of those are half an hour. They don't do hour sessions. If you want to do an hour, you have to like group 2 of the ones you bought together. But if you do a group session, or if you do it with another person, it bumps up to an hour for literally free. You get an extra half an hour for free just by working out with another person at the same time.
Yeah.
So
dude,
like,
it's literally like a company Groupon.
It's
you should
like
market that. Like that's like a.
It's
that's
literally so beneficial to them, and then like it can make me so much money. Like imagine I go into work one day, and I have like, let's just say like, to start off small, like let's just say like 2 or 3 like back-to-back hours. Let's say I have 3 hours in a row, and I'm training with 4 people. Like literally right there, that's 48. Like I could go home after 3 hours of work and be like, well, that's a good day. Like,
yeah.
Fine with me.
That's fucking dope, dude.
Yeah, like I could literally just make like $144 in 3 hours and be like, yeah, sounds good to me. I'm gonna go home today. But like then I would still have more clients, so like I could stay. So it's gonna be really nice. But yeah, it's all gonna be just about like the clients I can get, and that's why I'm thinking about stuff already, and like I was talking to like my fitness manager today before I left, because like our general manager Chris, he's kind of old fashioned how like he does his stuff, and like how he like tries to like instruct us and tell us like, oh, this is the best way to go talk to people, this is the best way to like sell yourself. But like I was talking to Kaylin today, and like she was telling me like, I mean like yes and no, because like we know how it is as like younger people. Like she's in her mid like late 20s. I think she's like 2 or 3 years older than us. And I was like, you know, you can't talk to college kids like that. Like he thinks you can, but you can't. Or like the younger people that are like in their like 20s, 30s, like he's still trying to talk to people like they're like 60-year-old men and women, because like that's what he like grew up doing, and then he like aged like with those people. And that's why I was like talking to her, and I got like some more ideas too. I'm like, all right, you know, like what if we did like a group, you know what I mean? It's just trying to set like certain stuff up, because I want to be able to do like those group sessions like that.
Yeah. Honestly, I think me personally, I think I would feel more comfortable in a group session than on a one-on-one with someone, just because then if I fuck up, nobody's really looking at me.
Right.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I have my first video shoot tomorrow, and I'm kind of like nervous because I haven't done one before, and of course the first one I do is on like this gorgeous like $600,000 house.
Is that the picture you sent us?
No, that was a different one. That was the $1.6 million one.
Expensive as fuck.
Dude, I was talking to like one of the agents earlier, and we were talking about that like house, that $1.6 million one, and I was saying that like I personally would never live in something like that. One, it felt like if you touched it, it would break, because everything was just so like nice and old and like fancy. I'm like, I feel like you'd be tiptoeing around your house like constantly and be like, oh, can't touch this giant like 200-year-old like stained glass window.
Don't touch this gorgeous painting.
Yeah, like it wasn't a livable house in any manner. Like like all the bedrooms were up on the top floors, and it was a 4-story house. Imagine if your bedroom was on the 4th floor and you had to walk up.
Imagine if your house catches on fire. You're dead.
Yeah, exactly. That house is fucking ancient.
What happens if there's a fire in your kitchen and somebody's asleep upstairs? You're dead.
Yeah, there's no getting down from there.
You're gone. You're just deceased.
Fuck that.
Yeah. It was a cool house. I definitely am very glad that I had the opportunity to shoot it, because like it is slightly a piece of Pittsburgh history. It's like almost 100. It's probably like over 120 years old at this point, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Hang on, I'm still here. She just keeps getting notifications, so I'm sliding up to like try to get rid of them. But you're good to go. Keep going. You're fine. Yeah. As long as you can hear me, I'm good to go.
Yeah, we're good. I can hear you. But the house I have tomorrow is only $600,000. But it's honestly, that house looks way more pretty than the $1 million one, just because it's newer and
it ain't fucking ancient. It probably doesn't have the view in the pool.
Oh no, that was the only thing that would make that house worth like over $1 million, was that you can see like literally the entire city from your back porch.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. Yeah. I can see downtown from my porch. There's only the Allegheny County Jail also in that area that I can see.
That's so funny.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. Also very nervous. But I got to do 2 drone shoots today, which was fun. One of them was in like fucking busy like Pittsburgh, like in one of the really busy neighborhoods. And I was sketched out trying to fly it because there was like construction workers all over the place, and then like there's just trees and power lines. I'm like, this is an interesting time, but I got it done, and the photos looked really good. Honestly, I found a new way to take the photos on the drone that actually make them a little bit better. So,
yeah, I showed my. She wanted to, because I like told her about it, because like her brother was like saying something about like their dad bought a drone, and I was like, oh no, I was like, you ain't seen shit, and I showed him that video you took, and I was like, that's a fucking drone, and they were like, yeah, that was pretty good. I was like, yeah, that's a fucking drone, bitch.
That one I took down at Station Square the other day was pretty cool. The one that I took like changed out the sky.
Yeah,
I liked that one.
Are you talking about the one where you're like flying through the buildings? It was like empty.
Yeah.
Dude, what is that place? Is it just always empty?
It's one of the places that they like gentrified and nobody gives a fuck about it. Like someone spent like a shit ton of money to revamp that thing. It was an old like railroad terminal that like warehouse, like where they would bring stuff in from like the trains and everything and store it there. And someone revamped into like all these like office spaces and stuff. There's like one coffee shop down there that just opened like a couple weeks ago. And no, that restaurant's not even open. That's about it. There's like some other random businesses, but there's literally nothing there. Someone spent a shit ton of money.
It looked straight dead, and I was like, yo, is this like a ghost town in Pittsburgh? Like,
that's literally down the road from me. I live on one of the busiest streets in the city, and there was nobody there.
Dude, it was so weird. Like, and I was just like, how are you flying like this? Like what is happening? Did you like get like a permit, close it off? Is Dylan like really like fucking the shit right now? Like,
Dylan's got the airspace locked down. What do you mean?
I got the airspace locked down. No, I literally walked over there. There was not a single person there. I'm like, okay. There was like one lady cleaning, and I think there was a couple guys down at the end. And that was about
it. That's funny.
That's so cool, though, dude. Honestly,
that was a dope video you made with the lo-fi beat. Nice little beat to it, and then the fucking
hell yeah, lo-fi beats all day. Best free music you can get.
That's literally what so many people like. There's been so many people that I watch stream on Twitch that like literally just put on like lo-fi playlists. Like,
yeah.
Honestly though, like that's kind of like if I was a streamer and I was like playing and stuff, that's definitely the music I feel like I would only really be able to listen to and like focus on the game, because like I'm not one of those people that like listens to music when I play Xbox and like my game volume's turned up to the max, because like I gotta hear shit. Even though I'm playing Smite, I still need to hear like audio cues and I still need to hear like sound cues. So like lo-fi is definitely the shit I'd be able to listen to. I can't be listening to like fucking Lil Pump scream in my ear while like people are fucking ulting me from the fucking jungle.
Yeah. What I used to try to stream, that was my biggest issue, was that I had to listen to like the music audio too, because I didn't have like something to split it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, I cannot play like Call of Duty or anything if there's any other sound. Yeah. It just does not work.
I definitely could not either.
I listen to lo-fi when I study.
Lo-fi. Yeah. Lo-fi and classical, man, that shit's nice. No words. The words just confuse
Yeah, I can't read and listen to music with words.
Yeah.
No, not happening.
Too hard.
It just shows how, because like humans are not multitaskable creatures. We are not made like that. And that just shows you the fact that humans can't really like do one thing just because one other sense is being used up is like, I mean, that just shows a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely people out there who can do it. My brain definitely cannot handle that shit.
I mean, yeah, but like,
I already have issues when I try to read like a book. I get way too distracted.
Yeah.
I have to listen to it on like audiobook now.
Dude,
lost the ability to read.
I can't read anymore.
Dude, I don't know. I've never like been diagnosed, but I've been like, I don't know. I just read a lot. Like if I start to read a lot, this happens a lot on the computer. But like I'll like put the like mix words together.
Yeah.
And I'll like be like confused. Then I'll have to like blink my eyes and like go and look at it.
He got the dyslexia.
My big issue.
Minorly dyslexic, but.
My big issue is like when I'm reading, I'll start thinking about something else, like
my mind
that's
wanders.
My brain, it wanders stupid hard, and most of it's just like my chronic anxiety that I have about the world, and I'll just start thinking about something else.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, you have no idea like how it is. I mean, you obviously know how it is because you have anxiety. It's just like I don't know if it's the same thing for you, but it's like one little thing can like trigger my mind to just run scenarios like millions and millions. Like somebody can say one thing and like it can like be like just terrible scenarios where it's just like, oh my god. Like I'm trying to think of an example. I said it the other day. Oh, what was it? Oh yeah. It was like just to be like really funny and over the top, right? But like it wasn't funny in the moment because in my mind I was freaking the fuck out. It was actually a while ago. I was at home. And it was like 2 days after my girlfriend got her first, she still don't want her name dropped, ain't gonna drop names. Even though, I don't know why, but she don't want her name dropped on a catch. What are you gonna do about it? Whatever. It was like 2 days after she got the first vaccination shot. And like the day of and the day after, like she was not feeling good at all. Like the day of, she stayed like over at like my house because she got in Fredonia and she didn't want to like come back to Buffalo, so she stayed at my house and like literally she like woke me up. It was like 3 a.m. and she like woke me up and she was like in so much like pain, like her body just hurt, and she was just sweating and it was like it was bad. And then like it was 2 days later and she was like, oh, I still don't feel like really good again. She's like, I'm starting to feel really bad. She's like, I'm just gonna go to bed. And I was like, oh, all right. And then, like, I don't know what happened. I said something, and then like, she, like, responded. And then, like, I said something, like, really quick. And then it was, like, she read it. Like, she read the message. Because, like, it was, like, really quick right before she, like, went to bed. We were, like, discussing something about, like, the next day. And she, like, read it, and it was, like, an open-ended question. So, like, there was supposed to be a response to it. And she never said anything. She never said anything. And then that was like early in the night, right? Like, that was, like, 11:30, 12. And I was like, oh, she must have literally just passed out because, like, she said she was so tired. And then, like, I was like, all right, don't worry about it. It's fine. And then I went to bed. And then I woke up in the morning. And it was, like, probably, like, 9. It was, like, 9:30. And she always wakes up before me. Like, she gets up way earlier than me. I'm just a late sleeper. And it was, like, and then it hit, like, 10 o'clock. And, like, I had, like, messaged her in the morning when I woke up. I was like, hey. I was like, good morning. I was like, you awake? Like, what's up? What's going on? And then it was, like, it wasn't until, like, 11:30 that she finally replied. But like that whole time I was like, oh my god. I was like, what happened? I was like, what if something crazy happened right when she was reading that message, and then all of a sudden like shit went bad. And I was like, what if she's in the hospital right now? Her brother doesn't have my phone number because he's the one that probably drove her to the hospital. What if he can't like get into her phone to find me, to call me and let me know? I was like, she could be laying in a hospital bed right now. I wouldn't even fucking know it. I was like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I need to know what's going on. So I texted her again. I was like, are you good? And then that's when I said it wasn't until like 11:30 she woke up. She's like, morning. And I was like, where the hell you been? She's like, I was asleep. And I was like, are you sure? Like,
are you sure?
That's just like how my brain works though. Like my brain takes like any little idea and stretches it to like the worst possible scenario that like it literally freaks me the fuck out. I was like, oh no. I was like, did something happen?
Yeah. I definitely do that same exact shit.
Yeah, same here.
It's not
about fucking everything.
Yeah.
It's not a good time.
Sometimes it's not anxiety. Sometimes it's just like weird intrusive thoughts that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like your brain will just like implant some like terrible thing in your head.
Exactly.
And
some devious thought that is like so far off of like what would ever happen But because you have anxiety, you're like, no, that's possible. No, that could happen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna happen.
You always keep it in the back of your mind.
Exactly,
like,
dude.
That shit could happen. Like, and it's just, oh my God, I fucking feel you, dog.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I feel you.
If there's like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, if there's any time that she's said specifically, but like, oh yeah, like I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong now. I know it was before, but I know like when she was younger, one of her celebrity crushes was Shawn Mendes, and I think I remember her telling me that one time, and literally in my mind I was like, yo, my luck, Shawn Mendes would fucking walk through the door of somewhere someday and be like, hey, she's pretty cute, and then be like, you want to come with me? And she'd be gone. I'd be like, fuck you, Shawn Mendes. Like, it would never happen. But, like, just thinking about it, you know what I mean? My brain's like, yo, that could happen, though. Like, it's always possible.
100%, yeah.
That's just how my brain works. My brain takes scenarios and you know, quadruples them to the worst possible outcome.
Yeah. You guys ready for my awesome presentation I put together for us?
Are you sharing?
I forgot about it, yes. Okay, one quick question for Brad before you do the presentation. Brad, what are you drinking? I need to know what you're drinking. It's not water. Is it like mixed with something?
Oh, it's just Mio flavoring. It just helps you get it down more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually, and this is, let me give you like the full view of the bottle so you can get a feel of where I'm at for the day. I did start the day with this like at the very bottom, and then I filled it up when I got to the gym. So like, all I gotta hit is like where the barcode lines up. I gotta hit like right here for the night, and I hit a gallon. So we got a lot of drinking to do, but this is when my thirst really picks up. Around the 7:38 mark, I get real thirsty.
Fuck yeah!
But let's to the presentation.
Presentation. Would you like to give the listeners a background of what's going on here, Dylan?
Yeah. So the other night, as usual, I'm just browsing the Facebook as, hold on, let me figure out how to, I'm a boomer. Give me a second.
We're fucking boomers now.
Can you see this shit?
Yes, sir. All can see is here.
Alright, so we'll open the first photo here, and then I'll give the background. So I usually just hang out on Facebook, and I'll look through these like groups and stuff, because I put like all my like listings that I shoot in these Facebook groups, and there's I'm sure everybody knows, because back in school, there used to be all those things about like phishing and like don't click on weird links from like people like who email you and shit like that. Like I get them all the time from like, it's like a fake Spotify thing. It's like someone has changed your password or whatever. If you didn't do this, blah, blah, blah. And you click on that and then they steal all your information. That happens all the fucking time. On Facebook, I see like agents getting hacked all the time. So I saw this, and it was just an apartment. I guess I'll probably put the photos in the video if you guys really want to see the presentation on the listener side.
Oh, I thought you were talking to us. I was like, yeah.
It's not really a presentation. I was too lazy and high to actually put it in PowerPoint. It's just a series of screenshots. But yeah, so it was like a regular ass apartment, like fucking, it was a real agent. I looked at their account, and then there was like someone's like, take a look here, and they put a picture of like what looks like to be the inside of the apartment, and then like a Google link, and 100% that Google link is a phishing thing, because I went on their account, and it's like, I don't know, you can tell it's a fake account right off the bat. They have absolutely no posts, and they're from Bangladesh, and it's some white woman. So I'm like, all right, right there. So I reported the post, and like it got taken down, and then I was like, I got high, and then I was just like thinking about it. I'm like, I want to look at this some more. And so like from like the beginning, like you can't really see her friends. So I clicked on the friends thing, and I went in there, and they're all people from like India. I'm like, okay, not to be like that person, but a lot of these phishing scams are from India. And it's just like people who work like for absolutely no money and scam like old ladies and shit, so they're scumbags. So exactly. I'm gonna say fuck them. They scam old ladies out of their life savings all the time. So there's that. So I was just like looking through them, and like most of them, like I don't know if there's on here, like the one in the bottom right says works at Facebook VIP. Like, what the that is real. This one, teacher at Madrasa at Facebook app, works at Facebook app. Like, that's not, like, if you actually work at Facebook, it doesn't say Facebook app. It's all just, like, all these fake people.
Says works at student. So, yeah, I mean.
So all these accounts are just like, what the fuck? And so I clicked on this one, because this one, it said store leader at Tread and Miller, and that was, like, the only one that seemed kind of legit. And I clicked on his account, and, like, once again, his account just seems, like, very, like, fake to begin with. He had, like, a shit ton of, like, followers and stuff, but, like, it just seemed fake. So I clicked on, like, that Tread and Miller, and I went in here, and they have, like, 208,000 people that like the page, and just from, like, the very beginning, I think this one, like, the photos that they put up, this just looks like a fake, like, this doesn't look real. It looks like someone just, like, got, like a brand that has that many people would have, like, professional, like, social media people.
Yeah, does it have, like, no likes and no comments? Or anything?
Yeah, exactly. It has one
no
like.
Engagement.
Yeah, absolutely no fucking engagement with all those fucking likes on the page.
Followers.
So I'm like, these are just bot followers, 100%.
Yeah.
And, like, someone, like, commented on it, and, like, this was, like, the only thing that I could find, like, the only comment out of, like, a bunch of the posts that I looked through. And then I clicked on this person, and I looked at it, and once again, it was like they had no followers or anything, and it looks like a mom account, like, and then I went to Tread and Miller, and this was their website. Actually, before we get to this part, I was really afraid to actually click on their website, because I thought it was like a scam and a half to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then I clicked on their website, and it seemed, honestly, kind of legit. And then I think that's pretty much when I realized I think I just targeted the wrong person, because this dude I honestly think was real at the end of the day. He worked at that store, but I'm still convinced that they're not real, because, like, there's absolutely no engagement on their stuff for having that many likes.
They can very well be real and be selling shoes, but they could have very well bought their followers and their likes.
Yeah.
And just to try and make it seem like they were credible, and they don't have anyone that likes their shit or shoes.
Yeah, but also at the same time, like, I don't know, like, you got to look at it from both sides. Like, I would definitely think that it's fake, because there's literally no way you have a website. Like, if you have a website and you have that many people, like, that has to be a real website. And then, especially because the website's real. Like, if Dylan would have clicked on that and it would have been like Scam City. Yeah. But, like, the fact that it's a real website, you know what I mean? Like, and the fact that it's a real website, you're always going to get those people out there that, like, it doesn't matter, like, what the company, it doesn't matter, like, how small it is. You are going to have those people that are going to, like, you know, fanboy over the shit. So there's no way in hell that they're going to make these posts, even this, like, weird, ugly-ass post like this. Like, you're going to get those, like, weird, like, fucking, you know, Richards from Montana's are going to be like, love these shoes, they're fucking great. Like, you're going to get one of those dudes, because it's, like, that's just how how it works with, like, Facebook. So, like, the fact that nobody likes that and nobody comments, like, definitely, like, all purchased, all just fake accounts.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that dude is just kind of the side story to the fact that, like, this is it was so easy to, like, figure out that this was a phishing scam. It took me one click to figure out it was a phishing scam, because I clicked on that girl's account and realized it was fake right off the bat, and I'm like, okay, right there.
Like, oh, there it is.
And I see so many people, I mean, it's Facebook, it's Boomer City, but they get their accounts hacked constantly because they're just clicking on shit like this, and it's such scumbag shit. And the message of the whole thing is fucking people who scam old people are the scum of the earth.
Yeah, we fucking hate them.
Yeah, it's so fucked up, dude.
Yeah. But, yeah, that was my little presentation about Facebook scammers. Watch yourself up there.
Appreciation for you. Nice little presentation, nice little post.
How do I fucking turn my shit off? Did I turn my screen share off?
I think you did, yeah, because I just see your face now.
But I'd like to start doing more of those presentations. I said that the last time I did a presentation, which was literally probably like 30 episodes ago. at this point.
I'd like to do a presentation too. That seems fun. Something I fucking, because I feel like I do, like, I'll find stuff and I just don't go like that super deep because there isn't.
It's fun to just fall down those rabbit holes on the internet. Yeah, but if you ever fall down a rabbit hole, make a quick PowerPoint, bring it to the cast.
Bring it to the cast. Anyone listening, you got a rabbit hole, bring a PowerPoint, bring it to the cast.
We only accept PowerPoints.
Or screenshots that are spoken as a PowerPoint. Oh, yeah. Well, we haven't really covered many hot current events. I really don't know.
Yeah, we really haven't talked about.
Has there been many hot current events?
Well, yes, we actually have had some crazy current events. I don't want to get the name wrong, but the guy, some guy won the Masters. So
yeah, I don't know his name. I never heard of him.
Yeah,
is he young? Is he new? Is he like a newer golfer to the PGA? Because I've never heard of him before. I mean, granted, I haven't heard of most of those guys, but like I know like by name.
Yeah, I've never heard of him either, but I'm pretty sure Matsuyama. I don't know how to say it correctly, but
is he from Japan?
Yeah, he's from Japan. I think he's been there for like mad long. They said that he did this course
Matsuyama
like so many fucking times.
That's crazy.
But yeah, dude, he got $11 million. $11,500,000.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Who was at top? Zalatoris was second and then tied for third. Jordan Spieth tied for third with Schauffele. Nice.
Schauffele?
I don't know any of the other guys. Fucking, yeah, well, if Tiger Woods didn't break his back for the 8th time, he would have won that shit.
Very true. Very true. You know what's crazy? They literally, like, are not releasing anything about Tiger Woods. Or, like...
I know,
even though he was going,
I've noticed.
Fast.
Yeah.
Like,
that pisses me off.
And they didn't take a blood sample or they didn't take a breathalyzer or anything. So, they don't have any evidence of what the fuck happened. Like,
that's ridiculous.
What Tiger says happened. What Tiger says happened. Like, so, okay. But we've had some
people
pretty
shit out here.
Yeah, no, exactly. But we've actually had some pretty crazy and devastating events. Rest in peace, Dante Wright, I believe. Make sure.
The Minneapolis kid.
Yep, Dante Wright. Yeah, he got shot by a female police officer who was said to thought she was using her stun gun.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I watched the video. I can't believe she screams out, "I thought it was my taser," or whatever the fuck she says. I'm like, that's the quickest I've ever seen someone cover their tracks.
It's so fucking stupid because, like, if you, like, police officers, they have on their dominant hand their gun. Their non-dominant hand, whichever non-dominant is your taser. A taser weighs 8 ounces. The police-given taser. The average handgun weighs 2.6 pounds. If I can tell grams of weed in between my hands, the difference, that's unacceptable. It's, like, disgusting. I don't know.
Does it really weigh 2 pounds?
Yeah, guns weigh 2.6 pounds.
That's crazy. I just didn't know they were that much.
Also, it just shows you if the story that she's going with is true. Why were you that scatterbrained and you're allowed to be an officer? That you literally, before you could even like logically think about what you're about to do, you should kill somebody.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, if you are that poorly trained or just like that stupid, then you should not be a police officer in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like, totally agree.
I don't know who is to blame on that. I'm gonna say fucking racism is probably the number one thing, 100%. But the other thing to blame is just like policing in this country is garbage, straight fucking garbage. Like, we need to, like, if these people are gonna be like, the jobs that they're performing are necessary, so they need to be trained properly for necessary things, and they need to be screened. If we're talking about screening people heavily for owning a gun, then you should be screened heavily to fucking possess a weapon and have the right to kill somebody. Mm-hmm.
Bullshit. I'm actually gonna read you, because my girlfriend, she posted that. She put that on her story like that. Yeah, right here, this lady tweeted, "The word accident is being used when referring to Dante Wright being murdered. Stop. We lost precious life and cannot reduce this to a mishap. If you have a badge and a gun, you don't get to say oops. And then the system responsible for his death was not created by accident." Like, and then she said exactly what Trent said. She said, "How can you be on the force for 25 years and mistake a gun for a taser? If you're that careless, then you shouldn't be allowed to carry either of them." I totally agree.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, why would,
What the fuck?
Like,
I got something to share as well once you're done, Mr. Bradley.
Yeah, it's just it's just ridiculous, dude. Especially because I honestly did not know a gun weighed that much, so, yeah, no, there's, like, literally...
Guns are fucking heavy, bro. You literally, you have to, like
there's
people
no
see,
excuse.
like, TV
There's no
shows,
excuse.
like, you hold guns sideways and, like, hold guns one-handed, like... A Colt 45 will come back and hit you in the fucking face and make you go blind. Like, you put two hands on a gun because it's heavy. It's fucking shooting fast-ass bullets everywhere. Like, it's got to hold so many things.
Yeah,
like,
it's just ridiculous,
I don't
dude.
know.
So
fucking
sad.
Stupid shit. It's terribly sad.
Yeah,
the guy had a fucking kid. Dude.
Yeah, it's just more
20
shit.
years old. He was younger than all of us in this conversation.
It's just more shit that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, like...
And it's going on during the George Floyd trial.
Yeah, dude.
So, like, we're getting to the point where almost, like, we're coming up on a year of, like, when the George Floyd thing happened, and they're still sitting in court over it. If it was literally, if the reverse, like, everything was reversed, if George Floyd killed a cop, you know how fucking fast he'd be in prison?
Dude.
It's just fucking ridiculous.
It's so fucked.
Yeah, he would have
Our
been.
system is beyond fucked. It makes
There's no doubt about it. George Floyd would be sitting in prison right now, or probably be, I don't know what in Minnesota if they have the death penalty, but I'm sure if they did have the ability to do it, they would probably do it, just because that's how. It's just the double standard's fucking ridiculous because there's no
Is he on
proper policing.
I can't remember the officer's name. Is he in prison, like being held, or?
I don't know.
Last time I knew, he posted his bail and he was on house arrest.
That's so ridiculous.
So I don't know what the fuck, because you want to know what happened? A bunch of fucking, like, conservatives raised a bunch of money and donated it to him so he could post his bail and be free.
That's fucking pathetic.
That's white supremacy.
Yep.
Right there.
And then, you know what, like Dylan said, like, if it was the opposite, flip the script, they would have been like, no bail.
Yeah, 100%. He would have
no
been.
chance of bail. Yeah, no parole.
Exactly.
No bail. Would have been fucked.
Our fucking government, our system is so just asinine, twisted, racist, backwards, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What do you got,
100% agree. So I also went on a rabbit hole today, Dylan, and I it was actually about this, and sometimes I don't even notice it, but like, I'm gonna share my screen quick. Screen quick.
Screen quick.
But so I went to Fox News because I saw what they posted. First off, I can actually show you what they posted when DMX passed away was really fucking disgusting. It was the New York Post posted something, and they said in his like a passing away post where you should really respect someone, they said something about like fucking DMX rapped about how he lived a life of crime and like drugs or something.
Yeah.
Like in the dude's passing away thing, and then 2 posts down is Prince Philip, and it's like the most loving, embracing fucking thing ever. And I was like, this is fucking racist. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So let me show you what Fox News posted today, or posted about Dante Wright. It's fucking disgusting, dude. It's fucking disgusting what is, like, happening. But let me show you. Oh, wait.
We can say it. You're good.
Yeah, right there.
Cool.
You're good there.
Let me ask you guys which ones. Well, first off, here's this. This is the only thing they posted. No picture, nothing. It's a quote. It says, "I hope that the citizens in that community will honor this young man and his unfortunate death, but not go out there and try to burn down their own city, or burn their own city down." That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, why the fuck would you say that?
It's just crazy. They're like, okay, we commit this heinous act, but you are not allowed to give us any consequences for it. It's like there has to be consequence, or else it's going to keep fucking happening at the end of the day.
Yeah. Exactly. And then wait. Look what they post. They make it. What do you see? A military vehicle. Let me show you what else you see. You see only police, military people, riot squad. No, not a wide open picture where you can see the whole event. Just really. Oh, and more riot pictures.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that fucked? And like, look at what they're saying. Like, Minnesota National Guard. They're just like they're ramping up.
It's fear mongering.
They're fear mongering people, like conservative people, that things are going to be bad. Like
hang on, I want to read that. Don't click that off. I want to read that.
Okay.
It's fucking ridiculous. Just the thing every single time, dude, every single time I see one of these riots, I see the riot squad moving in, and the second people see that shit, it clicks in their brain that it's going to be a fight. Like, you shouldn't...
This wasn't, sorry to cut you off, this wasn't the clip of the video that I saw of the African American man who was like in like army gear.
No, that was a different one.
That was a different one? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch like that. I didn't watch that, or I don't think I saw the whole video. I just saw like the clip, and I didn't know if there was more to it, so I didn't know if that was the one.
No, that one's just fucked up.
What happened?
It was African American man in his like military gear. He was like a lieutenant,
and he got it was like a Tahoe or something.
Yeah, like a brand new car. The reason he got pulled over is because he had temporary tags on his car. Is what the police said why they pulled him over. And he before we get to all the shit, like he didn't get charged with anything. He walked out of the scene without any charges. I mean, they pulled him over for absolutely nothing.
He didn't fucking do anything.
But they pretty much. They like came out guns drawn right off the gate.
Ridiculous. The whole time too, like it was awful, dude. It felt so terrifying to hear because we'll never be able to relate to how it actually feels. But the lady says like, or the guy, I don't know if it was a guy or a lady in the video, but they told him to get out of the car, and he goes, "No, I don't want to. I'm scared." And the girl, I think one of the female cops literally, or one of the male cops, one of them literally says, "Yeah, you should be." Like, what the fuck is wrong with our fucking society?
It's just it's so super fucked up. You've been seeing it a lot more now where, like, they're like, it's such a hard thing because if they resist, it's going to make it way worse. Exactly. But if they don't resist, it's still going to be fucking bad. Like, no matter what course of action they take, it takes half a second for the cop to pull the trigger and kill them.
No, and it was just so awkward watching the video because I was just so on edge. Because like nowadays anything can get put on Twitter and Instagram, so I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen in this video, and I'm so on edge. Like this poor guy is like, it doesn't even matter like what the scenario is. Like this man has like 3 or 4 guns pointed at him. Anybody who has 3 or 4 guns pointed at him in any situation is gonna be like, and then not to mention they pepper sprayed him, so the dude can't see. Like his face is like fucked up. His eyes are fucked up. The dude can't see. His seatbelt's still on, and he's turned out of the car like this, like he's facing like them, and the rest of the car's like behind him, like he's turned to the left in the driver's seat, but his seatbelt's still buckled. So like he's like this. He's like this. He's facing the officers. He can't see. And the one, I swear it's a lady, because I remember hearing like a woman's voice in the video. She tells him to like unbuckle the buckle and get out. Like, first of all, do you think the guy's that stupid to just go, oh, okay. Like, yeah, let me reach back into the car. Like, he's, you know what I mean? Like, they just think you're an idiot. Like, and then like, it's not even the fact that like, it's just, I just don't even know, like, it's just ridiculous because, like, what are you supposed to do in that situation? They're all yelling at you. They're all screaming at you. And, like, for no reason, like, it literally gets to the point to where, like, it's so intense for no reason. It can, like, he wasn't doing anything to where, like, the officers needed to feel threatened. He was literally just, like, like, I don't understand why it ever gets to a point with, like, traffic stops, and it never gets to a point to where, like, officers are, like, screaming and yelling. Like, the people aren't doing anything that's, like, threatening them or putting them in danger if they're literally just sitting there or standing there. Like, I get you want them to get out of the vehicle. I get you want them to cooperate. But if he's literally just sitting there, why can't you everybody just, like, tone the fuck down, and one person can be like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's where the lack of, like, the training and the lack of discipline takes over, because it's just like a power trip. It's like, this person doesn't listen to me. Holy shit, I have a gun? Are you going to fucking listen to me now? Like, that's how it is.
If you watch the video, I was watching, there's no girl. It's two guys.
I thought it was a woman. I swear it was a woman.
It's a younger cop and, like, an older guy. And I was watching the younger guy's face, and he was, like, you could see the adrenaline in his eyes. Like, this has never happened before.
Yeah.
Because, like, the older guy was the one who was mostly doing a lot of the screaming. The younger guy was just kind of, like, on the side for the most part. But gun in this dude's face the whole entire time. And you could see it in his eyes. I thought he was going to be the one who fucking shot him, because you could feel the power rushing through his brain. And he was, like, ready to do it.
It's just a
if
power
anything,
trip, dude.
One wrong movement, he would have fucking shot. I guarantee it.
No, yeah, okay. Now I swear I was a woman. I don't know why I was thinking that, but I do remember, like, the younger kid, and, like, I remember the officer that he, like, the kid, like, not even thinking, the kid, like, goes to, like, approach the door to, like, open it, and the officer's like, no, don't do that, don't get close, like, you know what I mean? Like, the kid's, like, not thinking. He's like again, so right here is a prime example of, like, lack of training and discipline. Like, this guy's literally just, like, he's about to just walk up, open the car door. Like the fact that, like, there isn't, like, just, like, I don't know. It's, I mean, like, you can't train for, like, any and every possible situation or scenario, but at the same time, like, they don't seem like they're well trained for any situation and scenario.
I mean, the older guy had to have been in, like, his 50s or 60s. How long has he been on the force? And how many traffic stops has he made that he is that amped up over this one situation? Does he do that on every single time he pulls over a black guy? He just screams at them, and this is just the first time it was caught on video?
Oh, dude, it just fucking makes me sick. Because, like I said,
it has to be, like, something, like, fucking triggering that dude. Like, because I don't really know the situation, but, like, for no reason to just, like, while pulling someone over, like, I don't fucking get it.
No, and I don't know if, like, it was because I, like, didn't see all of the video or what, but I literally can't tell you what got from, like, pulling him over to we're pointing guns at him. Like, I don't get why there's, like, such that, like, that jump to how it always gets to that point.
Yeah.
No matter what.
According to the police report and what the cops are saying was that they were going down the highway and they turned their lights on and he didn't immediately stop. And this is also from his lawsuit. The reason he didn't initially stop was because they were on the highway and there was nowhere to pull over. So he drove about a mile to the gas station to pull over. Yeah. So that is what his lawsuit said he did. And that's what the cops are also saying. And that's why they were so amped up, was because they thought he was running from them. But I guarantee he was probably going slow, drove to the gas station, not, like, fucking frantically or anything.
Yeah.
And then pulled over.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
He's suing them, and they both lost their jobs, I'm pretty sure, so.
Did they shoot this guy?
No, they didn't shoot him, but they pepper sprayed him, slammed him to the ground, and handcuffed him.
And, like, he didn't do a single thing. And, like, I just don't get it because, like, I mean, I just don't know, dude. Because, I mean, if you're trained, like you said, like, there needs to be training, but, like, obviously there isn't. Are you going to be trained for a scenario where you think someone's running away from you? Like, you got to be, like, there's no way. If he was, like, slowing down, going to the fucking thing, like, there's no way he's, like, fucking running away.
Yeah.
If he's stopping.
The other part that really was pissing me off was because the guy was dressed in his military gear. The older guy was like, I'm a vet, you know, you're supposed to follow fucking orders and shit like that. Like, he was, like, using, like, his military status to be like, you should fucking listen to me, blah, 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 blah. And, like, I cannot believe if you actually served in the military that you're that fucking poorly trained.
Yeah, dude, that's just awful.
It's just like, fucking ridiculous.
That's not how it should be, dude.
It's fucked up. And then I have one more thing because people, like, about Dante Wright, rest in peace, fucking people Fox News was saying, oh, he had warrants. He had warrants. And that's what I was looking up for the next thing. Okay, in October 2019, and Sean King showed, he tweeted about it, and then I found it on Instagram. That kid smoked one joint in 2019, in October 2019. He had to pay and he pled guilty to it. In a place in Minnesota where it's decriminalized, weed is decriminalized.
Yeah.
So 2019, he smokes one joint, pleads guilty, $71 plus $83 in fees. And then COVID hits, and he can't pay it back. They put a warrant on him for a joint when he was fucking 19 years old, 18 years old. Like, dude, like, and then Fox News running with, he's got warrants, bro.
Yeah.
That's like fear mongering to the point of fear mongering racism. Like, you're fear mongering, but you're fear mongering people to the point, like, you're saying he has warrants to build a case on the other side against a person who was just fucking killed. Like, are you sane? Are you sane? Like, that should not be, like, oh, it just makes...
Yeah, I don't know. And I know for a fact there's a lot of fucking people that watch Fox News and completely believe every single fucking word they say.
Dude,
like, Sean Hannity is, like, literally in, like, 30 years, they're going to show clips of Sean Hannity when they talk about this, like, far-right, like, extreme white nationalist movement that's happening. They're going to show clips of Sean Hannity because he literally talks in such a manner that, like, is almost, like, he's a really good news person because he can trick you into believing any fucking word he says because he says it so, like, surely. And, like, just the way he phrases things
and he'll
automatically makes people click, like, oh, he's telling the fucking truth.
Yep, and he'll back it up, but that doesn't mean what he's saying is right or it's coming from, like, like it's a biased point of view, obviously, and it's, I don't know. It's just...
Yeah, that man has created a lot of fucking white nationalists, 100%.
I just don't get it, dude.
And then when anybody calls him out, he always makes a segment about it, and he's like, they're calling us white nationalists. How do you even know what that is? Like, these far leftists, and then he goes into a spiel about the other side and gets everyone riled
up, exactly. It's sickening, dude. It's really sickening, and I mean, there's just so many things that could change in, like, a snap of a finger, and the world would definitely be a better place, but money is power, and those people don't go nowhere.
A snap of a second can get a whole lot fucking worse. Like, this year they tried to take over the Capitol building. Like, that was a couple months ago. We're still in the territory of fucking crazy, insane human beings.
Yeah, dude.
I was at a shoot today, and, like, the agent and the owner were talking, and they were talking about, like, a mutual friend that got a divorce because of difference in political opinions. And I was like, that is fucking insane. Yeah, imagine being married to someone and, like, your political opinions are so hardcore that you get a divorce over them.
Yeah. Well, like, people, like, politics draws in fucking, like, from real life things. So, like, if people just have different beliefs, it's going to exemplify it, and it's going to put it on a pedestal on a stage to where you're battling beliefs, even though they're both probably pretty fucking right. You just believe two different fucking things. Like, and it's just, like, take abortion for a sense. Like, I mean, people want to battle over it, but you're talking about the right to choose and the right to life. Like, I mean, those are both, you could look at, like, you can't, how can you battle that if they're both, like, that's why, like, there's the middle ground shit, and they're trying to, like, I don't know, like, how do you stop abortions? I mean, stop having fucking babies. You know what I mean? Contraceptives. You know what I mean? But,
Contraceptives.
But it's tough.
Contraceptives and education. Education is one of the biggest driving factors of bringing down pregnancy.
Yeah, 100%. But then again, I don't have that much confidence in our public education system to, like.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, dude, we don't, like, one, it's not, like, it's just, it needs change. Like, you fucking, I don't know.
It's built for fucking workers. Like,
it's built for workers.
Human beings shouldn't be fucking taught to be a fucking a cog in a wheel in, like, the system.
100%.
Yeah. And, like, honestly, like, I think the reason why I like my current job so much is because it doesn't feel like a 9 to 5 or anything like that. And this is the happiest I've ever been at work, is, like, not having to worry about, like, fucking someone above me, like, constantly, like, telling me what to do and shit like that. And I feel like that's what work, like, good work is like when you have the freedom to think freely while working.
That's why I like personal. That's why I like personal training so much. Is like, there's ways and methods that'll work, like, better than others, and then there's, like, you know, some good rules of thumb to follow. But, like, everybody's different. Every client's different. Every trainer's different. So, like, it's never like it's gonna be the same exact thing when you walk in the gym that day and, like, you go to train people. It's not like, oh, I'm doing this with this person and then I'm doing the same thing. Then I'm doing the same thing. It's like, no, like I also signed up. I got 2 actual, like, recurring clients today too. The one's gonna train at me once a week, and then there's an older gentleman. He's gonna train at me 3 times a week, and, like, he's like, oh, I haven't worked out. No, he might only sign up for, like, a month or 2, but, like, for this next month, I'll be with him 3 times a week. So, like, it's something to do, and, like he hasn't worked out since before the pandemic. He's like, I'm feeling really weak. He's like, I'm going golfing soon. Like, when golf courses open up, like, I get in, like, a men's league in a couple months, and he's like, I don't want to get laughed at by all my old, you know, he's like, all my, it was so funny to hear him say, like, by my buddies. And I was like, yo, shit, that's going to be like us. He's like, I don't want to get laughed at by my buddies. He's, like, in his, like, 60s, right? He's got to be in his, like, 60s or almost close to, like, 70s. And I was like, yeah. I was like, come on in. So he's actually, like, coming in tomorrow. I'll be working with him for the first time tomorrow at 11. And, like, we're just going to do, like, simple, like, you know, simple stuff that he can do. Like, just going to talk to him for a little bit, see, like, what he's capable of. Just kind of give him a taste of, like, the stuff we will be doing. And then, like, from there, you know, we're going to, like, and then, like, I'm going to look up, because I couldn't tell you, like, off the start, like, are some, like, good exercises to do as far as, like, golf swing. But, like, I'm going to look up, like, a couple things. And, like, at the end of each workout, we'll do, like, a golf, like, aspect, a golf, like, targeted, like, exercise. Like, you give them something they want. Like, I want to make when any client comes in, like, I always want them to leave, like, well-rounded. They might come in and they might say, like, oh, I want to focus on, like, this and this. But, like, you got to give them what they want, but you also got to give them what they need. So, like, I'm going to make him well-rounded and bring him back up to, like, where he was, or hopefully better. But I'm also going to give him, like, some golf stuff, because, like, some exercises that's going to be like, oh, this is going to help your swing. And, like, they don't know, right? Like, they don't know for a fact. Like, I could be like, oh, we're going to work these couple muscles right here, and this is going to be great for your swing because it's going to help you get a lot of power through the bottom. And he's going to be like, oh, great, like, awesome. Like, do you think he's going to second guess it enough to the point where he's going to go home and Google and be like, what muscles are used during a golf swing? Like, no. He's going to hear me say, this is going to be great for your golf swing, and that's the last time he's going to think about it. He's just going to go, oh, he knows what he's talking about, good. And wow, that can be good and bad, because you can get people that could be like, oh, this is going to help this, but, like, you know, you can get, like, those really bad trainers. I would obviously never tell him to do something or give him something that, like, I haven't, like, done research about myself to be like, oh, yeah, that can be beneficial. So that's why I'm looking forward to it.
I know golfing takes a lot of fucking back, and obviously from that Instagram post you are the backmaster, so I think you're gonna be doing just fine with that, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Yeah.
I drove by like the Allegheny County like sports complex, I think it's called. They have like one of those big like driving ranges and stuff. It looked fucking gorgeous. Really? But it really made me like, I'm probably one of the worst sports people on planet Earth, but I would like to try to learn how to play golf. I feel like it's pretty relaxing, people say, but two, a good like networking tool. Like you can bring like, hey, you want to go golfing, and then you can just like, that's one of the sports where you can sit there and talk to people for a while.
Especially if you're especially being in real estate, Dylan, you could fucking go out and hit 9 holes with like a couple of older gentlemen and stuff like that, and then by the end of it, you got like 3 fucking mansions to sell.
Exactly.
Like that's the way to do it.
That's how you do it, boy.
Might have to find a golf coach who has a lot of patience.
Don't bring up real estate until like hole 4. You gotta like really like let it sit in. You really just gotta really make it seem like you just want to golf with them, and then like it's not till like the end that you start bringing up. So tell me about that house, because by then they're fucking in the swing of things. No pun intended.
Get them buy them some beers.
Exactly.
Golden.
That's how you do it, Dylan.
Fuck yeah. Look at my lighter.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else. The other thing I want to get into really heavily is biking. I want to buy a bike, like, when I move to my new apartment.
That'd be cool.
Because they've been, like, the bike trails and shit, they've been buying up, like, a bunch of them. And so, like, there's going to be, like, one bike trail that, like, connects the entire city that you can ride. That's really cool. Which is pretty dope. That'd be fun. I'd like to get a nice bike to ride around on.
You almost like get a tandem. Get a tandem bike. You guys can go together.
That would be dope.
A tandem bike together.
I would not feel safe. I barely feel safe riding a bike at all, just because like it's the city. I watch people bike between cars and stuff, and I'm like, I don't think I could do that.
I don't think I can do that.
So I will stick to the bike trails and not the bike paths.
That's so funny.
Dude, that shit sketches me out when people are riding bikes and I'm in the car. Like, fucking...
Stick to what you're good at.
Yeah. But I haven't ridden a bike probably since I lived in South Dayton. So it's been a while. But you know what they say. You never forget how to ride a bike or whatever.
You never forget how to ride a bike.
It's just like riding a bike. Wait, what is it?
I don't know.
I think they say it about other things.
I think they say it's just like riding a bike. You never forget. So yeah, it's just like riding a bike.
Hell yeah. That's good. I'm glad I'll never forget. Dude, I've never been good at riding bikes. I've always eaten shit. I actually rode a motorcycle before I rode my first bicycle. Actually, no, that's a lot. I think. I was definitely really young.
Yeah, but the fact that you can ride a motorcycle and not a bike is impressive.
Well, I rode the motorcycle and I crashed it. I was super young. I remember I drove straight into like a bush. Oh, okay. And I was crying.
So, never mind. Scratch that. Cancel that. What I just said.
Well, I mean, I can ride them. I've ridden them again. I don't go very fast. I think those are like, they're just death machines, dude. They're scary. Yeah. I've had relatives who have gotten into pretty bad like motors, not like dirt bike, but like motorcycle accidents. And fucking like, dude, it's no protection. It's just scary.
You're just out there. You're just fucking all out there.
I mean, if you want to feel free as fuck, and I don't trust other people. You know what I mean? If I was a motorcyclist, I mean, okay, like I get to ride my motorcycle, but like on like a highway or just other people, like I just don't. It's just I couldn't. I never could.
I just don't.
I don't trust
anybody. I rode a dirt bike once. It fell on my leg and burnt the fuck out of it. And that was the last time I ever had any interest in a dirt bike.
Yep, dude. That's happened to me like fucking every time I ever touch a fucking dirt bike. Well, that always happens.
I've had it happen to me on a 4-wheeler too, but like usually like that's only like when you accidentally move your leg in a little too tight and you touch the engine. Mm-hmm. But on a dirt bike, I just feel like it would happen to me every single fucking time.
Oh, I've done that a few times on a 4-wheeler where you touch the fucking exhaust or you touch the engine and you're like, fuck.
Hurts like a bitch, dude.
That shit hurts. I definitely one day want to get a nice plot of land where I can have a 4-wheeler again. Because I used to love romping it.
4-wheelers are the fucking shit.
They're so much fun.
UTV, you need to get one of those too.
All-terrain.
I'm gonna buy one of those and just ride it down the fucking street because people ride dirt bikes and 4-wheelers. Why can't you drive a UTV?
You can, dude. It's pretty much just a fucking little car.
I don't know why.
I feel like that's safer than a fucking dirt bike or 4-wheeler on the road.
I wonder why you should be able to. Honestly, you should be able to. No joke.
You like have to get you can drive them on the road, but you have to get a license for it. Unless you own a farm, you can put an orange triangle on the back. That's what we have on ours, and we just fucking drive it around.
There you go.
Because fucking, so we take.
I mean, you also live in bumfuck nowhere. There's nobody's gonna say anything anyways.
Also very true. You ain't wrong.
Nobody's gonna say shit. If Dylan does that, they might pull him over.
No, probably not. I've lived here for almost a year now. I've not seen a cop pull one person over.
Here's what you gotta do, Dylan. You gotta get a couple flower pots. You gotta get one little flower bed, and then just grow some vegetables and be like, no, I have a farm, and then just get a little sign that says like Gentner Farms. You're like, yeah, we get a pretty good profit. We get about $2 profit a year. I grow about 3 tomatoes. I mean, what's
that's
the
a great
law?
idea.
How big's
Maybe
have to
that's
be to
what
be a
they're
farm?
doing.
You could call it a farm.
They got weed farms out here.
That's what I'm saying. You could technically call it a farm.
That's a good idea, honestly. But yeah, hopefully I can find a nice neighborhood to move into.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same thing.
Like,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, like, now I have when I first moved here, I didn't technically even have a job. So looking for an apartment, like, I had to like kind of take that into consideration. Like, what if I can't find something right away? Mm-hmm. And now I feel like I'm more financially stable to be like, okay, I can afford something a little bit nicer.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I are looking. We're looking for apartments right now. Actually, we found one. We found one that's not too bad. I mean, it's not as cheap as I would obviously love it to be, but we found one. It's nice because it comes with like everything, like literally everything's included, all like within the rent. It's like $1,200 a month, and we're gonna split it obviously between the two of us. And like everything's included, washer and dryer inside the apartment. So like I said, it's nice because I just can't, like, even though it's a little bit more expensive, like I would pay that. I would have to spend that like in gas if if she just like kept living here with her brother and I fucking drove to work every single day an hour.
Yeah. That's definitely true.
If also too, and I was talking to who was I talking to about it? I was talking to one of the people that like works at Catalyst, like one of the guys. We were just like having a conversation, one of the other trainers, and just like one of the guys that lifts there. Like he's a really cool dude. He's really, really nice, really funny, and we like just started talking. We've already become like really good friends. He's like an older guy. He's like 27, 28, but I was like telling him the one day, and he was like, yeah, I totally agree. He's really big into like, you guys are gonna laugh, but I'm kind of a believer now of like somewhat of astrology, because he's really big into astrology, and like not so much as like the horoscope side of it, I don't think, but he's like big into like the moon signs and the sun signs that like show you kind of like, I guess maybe kind of like horoscopes, not like the daily like do this today and your aura is going to be cleansed. Like, no, he's really in tune with like when you're born, like what day, like what time, like that kind of stuff. And then he kind of gives you like, you know, your characteristics and like your traits. And he's like spot on. Like he was spot on about me and never met the guy. Like the first time I ever saw him, he was sitting at the counter and my girlfriend introduced me and I was like, hey man, how's it going? And then she was like, oh, tell him your birthday. And I was like, November 11th, 1997. And he's like, okay, hang on. And he like pulls up his chart and he's like, let me get this. He's like, you're probably like, he's like, you're, and then he just like literally just like deciphered he like picked my whole life apart and he was right. Like he was not wrong about any of it. He like knew. he knew that like I was like a confident person. He knew that like I had like, you know, anxiety. He knew that like I was like I would overthink things. He knew that I dwelled on things. He was like, yeah, he's like, you fall really hard in relationships. He's like, you fall really quick. And I was like, fuck, like this dude's right. Like this dude knows. He's like, but you also know like what you want. He's like, so if it's not what you want, like you're not afraid to like show it. And like he was just saying a bunch of shit. And I was like, man, this dude's crazy. Like, but I was talking to him, and like he like kind of like put it in perspective for me, because like he's a little bit older, so like even if somebody's like 28, I still consider them older than me. Like that's 5 years, but like that's enough. Like 5 years is enough to like learn a lot. I've learned a lot in, you know, months in my lifetime. So like he was telling me, I was like, we're trying to move in apartments. I was like, they're a little pricey. And I was like, but she wouldn't move in until school's done. So like maybe like the first 1-2 months I would have to pay like the full rent myself, like the full like $1,200. And he's like, well, do you have the money to do it? And I was like, well, yeah. I was like, but it'd be easier too, because I'm living out here. I wouldn't have to drive. And he's like, honestly, he goes, I'm going to tell you something. And he's like, you might already know this. He's like, as like the days go on, and especially like as like our society changes every day, so like shit just gets shittier and like shit changes. He's like, honestly, he's like you're gonna get to a point to where you're not gonna think about like having to live to make money. You're just gonna live. And like I was like, oh. I was like, I kind of already feel like that now. I was like, but I don't want to be broke. I don't want this. I don't want that. He's going to be like, you're never going to be broke. He's like, if you're going to live your whole life worrying about like trying to have as much money as you can so you can buy everything and have the best of everything, he's like, you're not going to be satisfied. He's like, just live your life. He's like, enjoy every day. He's like, live your life. And he was like, just go and just do what you want in the moment. He's like, don't do dumb stuff. He's like, I'm not telling you go out there and blow your whole savings on like something stupid. He's like, but if it's worth it for like a longer term, and he's like, and if it's worth it, like realistically, he's like, then you shouldn't be like, and that's what he told me. He's like, don't not move into an apartment because you might have to pay the first 2 months of rent by yourself. He's like, move into the apartment. He's like, you're only going to live once. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I agree with that. And that's what I was like kind of telling my mom too. I was like, I can't like, I don't want to just like hold back from decisions because like money is the thing that like is like the deciding factor. Like, oh well, I don't want to have like less money, so I'll just stay and like make things harder. Like no, like I don't know. I've just changed so much like my mentality on like working, job, career, like money from like since we were in high school to now. Like in high school when we were like, we talked about it the one time, like when we were going to college, the only thing I was worried about was like, how can I make as much money? Now I just want to do what makes me happy. Like I could give a shit. I don't care who I'm talking to. Like I don't care like if people think I'm stupid for it. I could really give two shits how much money like I make in my lifetime and how rich I get. I just want to enjoy my life. Like I just want to be happy.
I mean, honestly, if you're happy with your job, you're more likely than not making enough money to survive.
Exactly, too. Yeah, I mean, that's not like I'm fucking... Like, and that's the case, too. Like, I wasn't happy with Crunch. Why? Because I wasn't making money. I wasn't getting to do anything. Yeah. Like, now I get to actually make money, and I enjoy it, and I like it. So, yeah, it's just like... 100%. And that's what I told my mom. I was like, I get it, Mom. I was like, my dad... Mom... Because, you know, my mom and dad, they're like, well, it's kind of expensive, though. I was like, I don't care. Like... I can't take it with me. If I die with, you know, $1 million in my bank account, I don't get to bring that and fucking use it in heaven to fucking play poker with. Like that shit's gone. Yeah. I want to die with $0 in my bank account, so I know I did it successfully.
Yeah, I feel that.
I was looking at car leases the other day because like. I feel like it's probably smarter to lease at this point than to buy a brand new car. And like
never buy a brand new car.
Yeah, cars lose value so fucking fast that
30% in the first year. Buy 1 year or 2 year old car. You will.
It's like fucking 10% or something the second you drive off the lot with it.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
So that right there.
Buy a new car, you're a fool.
Yeah, I was looking at Tesla leases, just perusing them. And honestly, they're not that bad. They're affordable. Like not right now. Like I don't think I need another car right now. But like after we move into the new apartment and stuff, and if I'm still doing really well at work, then I think I might smack it because it's pretty affordable. It's like $400 a month or something, which is nothing.
I mean, fuck.
It's not bad.
That's less than I pay in rent to begin with. So
damn, your rent's so cheap.
My rent's $975, split between 2 people.
That's pretty good.
So
that's really good.
I mean, hey, I think I had to put like $4,500 down or something, and then it was like a 2-year lease.
Yeah,
and I'd be like, not for the apartment, for the Tesla.
Oh, I was gonna say, damn, why'd you have to put so much money down for like a fucking security deposit?
No. The security deposit was just
I have
1 month of rent or whatever.
That you'll be answered. Hopefully you'll be able to answer, Dylan. You might be able to answer it too, Trent, but I don't know for a fact. For the apartment that we're going to look at on Saturday, the girls said that like the rent, it cannot exceed 30% of my income.
Yeah, so I would tell them, because when I got this apartment, there was something similar to that. I would be like, I'm just starting a brand new job.
Okay.
So you really can't give them pay stubs yet, I'm assuming.
All right, but then like, even if that's like the case too, then my girlfriend was like, oh, it's okay. Like, she was like, you can like...
If you have 2 people on the lease, they will figure out that I think you're splitting it.
What about like, can you like... Is it like co-signing something you can do for apartments, like with like if like my parents like
yeah, your parents could co-sign
okay, I might just have my mom and dad co-sign so that way like they know there's gonna be money. Like obviously I'm not gonna not have the money to pay them, but you know how fucking everybody gets.
They might make antsy. You do that, but they didn't make us do that because Melissa's credit score is fucking immaculate. So
I don't even know if I have a credit score.
I wish my credit score popped after last year because like all of like the bills and stuff I've been paying, and like I've never missed a payment on like my loans or anything like when I was in school paying them.
Do I have
my credit score fucking popped like 120 points or something on January.
Do I have a credit score if I've never had a credit card?
I would assume so. If you lived in an apartment,
yeah,
you did
Jake
like
and I always
you paid bills and stuff. Yeah, your credit score is probably pretty decent because Melissa never had a credit card and her credit score is crazy.
Okay, yeah, because like when Jake and I lived in Fredonia, like I always made sure that like our water, electric, and gas were always paid like when they needed to be paid.
Yeah, I have auto pay on that shit, so I can't really fucking mess with it.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
I'm just excited. I just want my first paycheck.
Get your credit scores up.
I just want my first paycheck so I can get like a rough. I haven't even got my first paycheck yet, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Technically.
Hey man, I worked a fucking month at Windows still before I got a paycheck.
Right? You're like, yo, I need my fucking money.
And my first paycheck was like $200. So like a month. It was a hot check. But hey man, fucking work your ass off. That check will multiply.
That's what I'm saying. That check will triple quadruples. No, that's what I'm excited for this week. I'm excited for this first full week so I can get a feel of like roughly. It'll be lower obviously because I don't have like many clients, but it's gonna be a little bit. But I'm excited because I want to know where it's gonna be at.
Yeah. The houses I shot today were nice. The second one was in Lawrenceville, which is like a very similar neighborhood to where I live. It was like one of the, you could tell like all the houses are like on top of each other. They're like long, tall like buildings. Mm-hmm. So when I got there, like the building was probably like width-wise like very, very small. And I'm like, I looked at the sheet and it said it was 3,000 square foot. I was like, how the fuck do you put a 3,000 square foot apartment in something so thin?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just crazy. But it was a really nice house. It was fucking all renovated and shit in there. And
fuck yeah.
I think that one was like $650 or something ridiculous in that neighborhood.
So like, did it go like up or did it go back? How far did it go back?
It went pretty far back too, because like it was 3 floors, so on the second and third floor there was bedrooms on both like sides. So like they were like pretty big bedrooms. So like there was, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 bedrooms, and they were all pretty giant bedrooms.
That's pretty dope.
They fit a lot in a very tiny space.
That's fucking economy of fucking space, or you.
Yeah,
Great
I mean, a
use
lot of
of
those houses were probably built like fucking in the Industrial Revolution when they were stacking families on top of each other.
Yes, this is also true.
Yeah, so they're pretty big though. It was a cool house. Big money for the agent. I'm sure that shit will be gone by the fucking weekend.
That's dope.
That's so cool though. Like it's gotta be so fulfilling and satisfying when you're like, oh, sold a house. Like,
yeah,
oh, boom.
it's fulfilling for
That's
me,
really cool.
especially like when the house literally sells like 2 days after I take the photos.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
it's just like it makes me look a lot better too because like I've had agents reach out to me and be like, that's the fastest I've ever sold a house. Like, and that's like the most people like. I know the market is like that also. It's not. I'm not taking any credit for it, but like I like to think that like I get like a shit ton of that thing I sent in the chat the other day. I got a shit ton of like views on the post that I'm putting up.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that's fucking
so
awesome.
Good. That's really cool.
Yeah.
No, like I said, it's just so fulfilling when like you see shit that you do that like gets like out to the people, like it's the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's reached. It's awesome.
Yeah. I definitely. I've always treated like social media like, even though if nobody's interacting with my stuff, I always try to act like I'm an influencer or like I'm directly talking to people on the internet, because I think that's the best way to get to people is like fake it till you make it at the end of the day. Like,
Exactly.
act like you're successful until you're successful.
Fuck yeah.
Like, I was getting no photo shoots and I was still pretending like that I was well, I wasn't pretending. I think that I'm an okay photographer, but I was pretending like I was like one of the top photographers in the city, and it worked.
I mean,
fucking do it.
You gotta have that confidence, dude.
I'm definitely a lot more confident on the internet. I'm starting to get better at talking to agents in person. I think a lot of it was I haven't talked to people face to face in a very fucking long time. So to begin with, felt like I was being super awkward and quiet when I was talking with the agents. But today, like I was like, we were just talking about random shit and like shooting the shit, and like that's like way a large improvement from where I started.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I also think it's because I'm starting to work with clients, like the same clients over and over again, so I see them multiple times.
Yeah.
So it's more comfortable instead of like
shit, you know them a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Good times out here.
No, that's really dope. That's how you want it to be. It's just like that, like customer, like that rapport. You want to build that, and like that way, like it. Even if you don't like help them in that moment, it's still gonna carry you to like other places.
Yeah, 100%. That big house that I shot, I was looking at it because Pittsburgh Business Times puts out like a list of the top agencies or whatever, and somehow motherfucking Ken has the number one like group of like agents in the entire fucking city, like on like in Windows still. I was like, how the fuck did he manage to get like number one? They did like something fucking ridiculous, like $86 million worth of houses last year. I'm like, that's fucking insane. That's so much money.
Ken's smart. Ken's like, yo, fuck all that Fugazi shit. We coming right after these.
I mean, it fucking works. Ken has like a lot of fucking shoots, and he only shoots for that one person.
That's
so, I mean, all you really need is one fat client.
Someone that's just a fucking mega house seller.
Yeah. The house I did today, I think that client is gonna be that one day. Like he's on a team, and that team is like doing like work, and like I feel like they're on the come up. So like I might have gotten in at the perfect time. Because I have a shoot with them like every single week. Like they're doing work. So I'll take it all fucking day, man.
It's very advantageous for both sides.
Yeah. I mean, also that's what I've been trying to do. I try to find agents when they're young and like still not really doing that much, because eventually like this is their career. Like they have to start doing something.
Exactly.
they spent all this money. Like, eventually they're going to be good realtors.
For sure.
I'm there to help along the way.
At least die.
It's good shit.
There we go. Yeah, my headphones died. Teehee.
Dead headphones out here.
Dead headphones out here, boys.
You want to rip that young meme city out here?
Yeah, we should rip it then if I don't have these ear pods because I can't hear you worth a dickens. Let me see. Turn this up a little bit. Look, we can rip that. Oh my god, we've been 2 weeks without a fire fucking meme.
Meme city. Oh yeah, we didn't rip one last. The whole episode was pretty much a meme.
I know.
Yes. Wait, didn't we rip a meme of the week at the end?
Oh yeah, you did.
Did you rip one?
Or Trent ripped it?
Yeah, I ripped one. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't no Brad meme of the week, but it was okay.
Nah,
I thought it was pretty
you gotta
funny.
get a good one when you find.
I think was it still from Nugget?
It was still from Nugget. Still from Nugget.
I got a fucking spoiler. This week ain't gonna be from Nugget.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Nugget's
Hot
slacking
spoilers.
out here.
So I mean, we might as well jump into our welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your favorite segment of the socially distant podcast, the meme of the week. I am your host, B-Dale, coming at you with the meme of the week, episode 53. We are back. Fire meme brought to you by the Facts Daily Instagram page. Not a sponsor. No more Nugget. I mean, we're going to go back to Nugget eventually, but I found a really good one. These style memes always make me laugh, so I got to show you. I'll flip the camera to show the boys. Let's see. Flip the camera. See what we got here, boys. Dr. Phil. I'm covering the camera with my finger. Dr. Phil posted a picture. And he said, 1 or 2, a different selfie, different views. And somebody quoted it and said, Dr. Phil, please delete this. I can't afford to lose another girl. Dr. Phil out here breaking hearts, stealing women because he's a savage like that.
Dude, he's drippy in that picture.
Dr. Phil's so drippy funny. All the time, bro. Dr. Phil's
he takes those pictures
stud.
like one of those like cougar moms taking the pictures. You know what I mean? It's so funny.
He's in some deep shit right now with Bad Baby.
I know. Dr. Phil.
Bad Baby's out here calling out the ranch. Some motherfucking person died at that shit.
What happened?
Like, they sent some kid to that ranch and they died there.
What ranch?
You know, like how they send them to like the rehabilitation ranch or whatever?
What?
On Dr. Phil. Okay, so like when their kids are like really bad or whatever, they send them to the ranch. Which is like a rehabilitation ranch or whatever, and they ride horses and blah, 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 blah. Bad Baby fucking exposed that shit and said, like, kids were getting, like, sexually assaulted, someone died there, fucking... literally the kids there watched someone die.
What the fuck?
Yeah, check it out, Bad Baby out here exposing the fucking fucked up shit Dr. Phil's setting children to.
That's fucked. Alright, I gotta dip. I gotta go check on that. I gotta take the dog out. He's freaking out.
Oh, 10-4, Captain.
All right.
Well, this has been a good episode. Episode 53.
53. Been a banger.
We were back.
Check it out. Check out the YouTube video.
Check out all our sponsors. Hannah Deutsch, HDR, HRD Photography, RecoverX.com, Big Sugar at checkout, and Cartoon Clothing, as well as Interesting Investing on YouTube. Bada boom.
See you next time, everyone.
Signing off.
Peace.